Hello, hi everyone. It's Dr. Erica. Thank you for joining me. I am the owner and founder of Millennium Pharmacy. Also, this is my new podcast. This particular video is continuing education and mindset. On this particular video, I'm going to talk about the National Intern Day. National Intern Day consists of everyone who's in education, higher education learning, and they are interested in becoming an employee or an administrator or someone can be employed with a corporate company or an independent company. Now, interns do have several options. They are very well educated. They are new and fresh to the industry in which they are comprised of as far as knowledge, and they are very valuable. Now, pharmacy interns usually go out throughout the third or fourth year of pharmacy school, and then also they go out in summer seasons. So when they have free time, they intern, gain some extra income, gain experience, and get their name out there, and be able to interact with preceptors and so forth. So internship is very comprehensive, and also allows the individual to gain an income. And of course, they gain credit as far as how many hours they're working. And so all that adds up and is put together on a resume CV for credit to an employer, and also to the Board of Pharmacy, the State Board of Pharmacy also. So I do encourage internship if you have a brief moment during a summer break, and also during holiday breaks. Internship is very much respected and is encouraged. Dr. Erica. I was a pharmacy intern for many years. First starting out, I want to say my first summer or second summer as a pharmacy student, I was with one pharmacy for the summer. I was paid about $15 an hour, and I worked like a technician. I shadowed technician work. I answered phone calls. I filled prescription orders. I did a little data entry and cashiering, and I also wrote down prescriptions as they come through on the pharmacy line, through the doctor's line. So I did that as well. I was interning with another student, a Vietnamese student, and she was with me, and we were together. We show up together, we train and do our modules together, and so forth. And that was my first summer of internship. And so with that particular company, I won't name the company, but it was a renowned corporate pharmacy that we all know about. And I did that one summer, and I didn't stick with that company after that summer. Neither did my student partner. She didn't want to stick around as well because of the experiences with other pharmacies. And she was like, "Well, let's just venture out. I'm going to venture out. I'm not going to stay here through the remaining course of my pharmacy studies." So I did too. I left, and we all went our separate ways when the summer was over. And so I went with another company the second go round, the second summer, and they hired me, gave me a little raise, a little bit more than what the previous internship gave me, and they gave me extra hours and let me travel. And I was able to work after school and work between holidays and also during the summer as well. I got to know so many different people, and I worked at my own pace. I got my credit hours, and I got paid for it. And it did take some time away from my school studies. I would say don't intern if you're really competitive as far as your GPA. I wouldn't really recommend it for any student. I would recommend it only for summer times usually, because that's the time where you're out of school and you're focused and you have your tunnel vision on your work. And I will only recommend it during off season. So when you're in school, your tunnel vision is on your GPA. You want to stay competitive in your studies first, and then the internship and income will come later. Okay, but it's also good to know what's out there and to know being able to relate that and apply that uh, once you understand how pharmacy works. And I didn't have that experience before. So I'm a first generation pharmacy pharmacist in my family. So I was eager to get out there and find out what pharmacy was all about because I had never experienced it. Also, I was able to travel to neighboring city to do some intern work, and we were all females in that pharmacy, so it was really fun, and we had a good time, and um, shared conversations, talked about different topics, and it was a good experience. And I would travel back to school um, back and forth on the Saturdays and sometimes Sundays to get my hours. And I enjoyed it. I remember it so vividly. And we had Christmas party, and we had lunches, and girls' day, and so forth, and chit chat and talking and all that stuff. So yeah, internship was, and I actually have my oh, this is my badge I had. You can see it there. That's my badge I wore as a pharmacy manager, but I also had a badge as an intern too. So this was my you can see it there. That's my badge as a manager of the pharmacy. And of course, there's a badge for internship that I had. So I always stuck with this and never let it go, but it's retired now. It's been retired for close to a decade or over a decade probably. But yeah, close to a decade. This year, October makes 10 years since I graduated pharmacy school. And so yeah, internship is very valuable. I wouldn't discredit it, but if you have a choice between your grade work and your income through internship and experience, your grade work should come first. And then later on, after you come out of pharmacy school, then you can do an internship with the company and decide if that's the right company for you. So that is my recommendation. Now, what I would tell myself, um, my intern self, wait and focus on your studies if you can. Do some summer studying and reviewing, and come out on top of the class. And then I would say later on, near graduation, do an internship with the company that or hospital that accepts interns to find out if that is the right niche for you. So that's definitely what I would do. So in low of National Internship Day, do not take it lightly, and also bless your preceptors and mentors alike. Bless them, and just love on them and learn from them as much as you can. I always took like a tablet with me. Do I have my? I don't have my tablet on me. I will take like a little uh, 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 writing notepad with me into the pharmacy as an intern, just to take some notes and to remember all the little tidbits that you hear sideways. You want to write that stuff down because that stuff is priceless. A lot of the preceptors and mentors were like in their 60s and 70s, and so a lot of them would give out that really good information. They would spit knowledge, and I was always wanting to write it down. And there's all sorts of books and resources on vitamins and over-the-counter products and pharmacy products. And I would just go through those resources, and I would copy down notes and remember them and go over them. And so forth. So always keep a notepad as an intern and a pencil with you in your pocket in your lab coat, because you never know, in your white coat, you never know when you're gonna hear some good information. Also, keep an iPad with you, or iPad, or what's it called, iPhone with you, with your clinical pharmacology or your Lexapro. All that's important. You want to keep a resource, an online resource with you at all times when you're interning, because those questions are going to come out so fast from patients, from medical doctors and specialists, and from pharmacy director. They're going to ask that information so fast, and you have to have it in your hand in order to access it and relay it. So I would recommend that as well. Lexipro, or Lexicomp, and clinical pharmacology, not Lexapro. Lexi, uh, Clinical pharmacology, and Lexicomp. Lexicomp and clinical pharmacology are medical resources, pharmacology resources, specifically for pharmacists only. And that information is very, very valuable. And have it on hand, iPad or iPhone or Android or something handheld, electronic, along with your note taking, your notepad, your journal, and your pen, and utilize all of that as you go along, because it's very important. And read whatever homework you get as an intern, dive into it. Guidelines, medical guidelines, pharmacology guidelines. Remember those guidelines back and forth. If you're a type of student who wants to go into clinical reviewing, hospitalization, all that, keep that on hand with you. Keep your guidelines in your mind. Remember them, go home and research and memorize all that different data, because it's going to come up, especially if you're working in the ICU or SICU, PICU, and all of that. All of those areas have several guidelines for several patients, and I would definitely recommend it. Okay, so do look into that as well. Your studying is very important as an intern, not just going out there blindly. You want to know what you're doing, you want to know what you're talking about, and you want to be able to relay the correct answer to all questions. And you want to keep your competitiveness up. Internships help keep your competitiveness up. And that's what I would always try to reiterate and suggest for a lot of patients. Okay. So, with that being said, do honor your preceptors, give them good gifts at the end of your internship, and so they can be a good unbiased reference for you, and they can vouch for your hard work and time in their facility, and keep them, close, and keep in touch with them as well, because you never know when you might need a reference, or if you want to just brush up on some information or anything like that, they'll be happy to have you back. So that's what I would recommend. Okay, so I'm Dr. Erica. I'm going to sign off, and I hope this video has been very helpful on National Intern Day, which was actually a couple of days ago, but I'm uh, a little behind in getting this information out to you. But do understand that shadowing, internship, and volunteering work all plays a good role in your development as a student and later as a healthcare professional. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and take care. Bye bye.